Okay, I'm wearing this hat right here. This one, do you see it? Do you see the hat? Do you see the hat? Do you see the hat? Let's do this. I will go cuddle under a blanket. Look at it outside. I'm getting used to this hat again. It's the new hat that I have. And I did condition in this hat like not long ago. I have been having symptoms of having completed what is the great work? I don't know. What is the great work? Indeed. Hey! Who wants to play? They're not really sexy ones. They're more like you want to know who what she's like. Well, do I want to sit on the mat or do I sit on the couch? I shouldn't be sitting on the mat at all. Well, I'm standing on it. My jellyfish. What color are the jellyfish today? What color is the jellyfish today? The jellyfish are green today. I can tell stories. I like to tell stories about my family because they told me stories over and over and over again, and they are good ones. There'll be time to talk about Simon in the future. Like right now. Hallelujah, right? Well, what can I say about Hallelujah, right? Is she back? I'll have to do a short story about Simon. There are so many. I don't want to start out the way that, well, oh man. I would want everyone here, especially my friend Matthew, who loved Simon. He was his little bro. Oh man, there's a story about that. I'll wait until he comes and tells that story. Oh man, there's so many emotional stories. He was named after, his name was Simon. Oh man, I want to tell the whole thing. I can't just, okay, listen. One short story about Simon without starting from the very beginning. How can I do that? Every story should start with, he was there for me. Simon was there for me. When no one else could be or would be there for me, he was there for me. Simon, oh man, I want to save all these stories. Does anybody remember Simon? Can you tell me some stories about Simon that maybe I don't know about Simon? Although I was probably there with you if you were with Simon. We're talking about Simon, aren't we? Uh, anyway, he He was the walrus, 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 walrus. Simon was the walrus, 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 walrus. I am good at a few things. I'm good at like opening books and giving a sermon about almost anything. It doesn't have to be a sermon like I'm telling you like what to do. But suggestions, you know. How about this? I have to tell you, the very best granola bars ever, they are $1.79 a box, and sometimes they're even on sale, are these. They are the Amazon brand Chewy fruit and nut bars, right? There's no corn syrup in them. Crystalline fructose, so that could just be like fruit sugar. Like these are the best granola bars I have ever had. The nuts are extra crunchy, like they toast them. They're really good. So if you come in my house, if you catch me on a day where I don't eat all the granola bars, then have those. This is I'm gonna stand up for a second just because I feel like it. That's a baby shark costume that Christian Qualick brought over for the kitty, and the kitty did not like that because it's like a straight jacket kind of thing. Oh, what's this? I found these trees. Um, let's look at these cards. Valentine's Day cards, right? Hi. I can make a cocktail. My cocktail is I use one of these and I put I might as well make one. Why don't I make a drink? Then we'll come do some of these cards together. How's that sound? Oops, oh, one fell out. I'm gonna go like this and put it back in there. Ooh. Let's make a drink, shall we? Real quick here. But before I do that, do we remember this? I will never forget Dr. Daisy, who I believe is the real Bud Christmas. Whenever I speak of Bud Christmas, I'm thinking of Dr. Wade Daisy. He would, another cat, I'm not sure, another extraordinary instructor that I had that when he met me made the suggestion that I should keep doing yoga even though I like to dance and I like to do things that maybe aren't like super disciplined. I took the suggestion and now I have this holy mat that really has holes in it. I'm gonna make that cocktail now. You ready? Don't be confused with alcoholic cocktails, right? This is what I've been doing lately. Here's my kitchen, you guys. I live the best life. I live a life that everything is so like organic and like simple that like I have all the hope in the future that like the kids that were born like after internet and stuff, we have got to find a way for their life to be like as organic and beautiful and meaningful as my life has been. I, I, I. It's not just about I, it's about you. Don't point like that. Bang, bang, right? It's about you. Is it about us? Make the cocktail. I haven't watched as much SpongeBob as you'd think. I kind of painted this for Taylor, Lavender Haze. So this used to be my squad finger. It used to be painted this color, purple. And this, okay. If you've been watching, this is now lavender for Taylor. It used to be orange for weed. Lavender Haze for Taylor is now also the weed finger. Squad used to be UW Whitewater, now it's UW Platteville, when UW Platteville used to be this finger for the Green Flower program, but now it's Taylor. Hi, right? And now this, dark purple for the Warhawks, right? Because of things like this. What did you major in when you were in college? I would say True Love and Fairy Tales, right? True Love and Fairy Tales. I do have to tell you, I did start off with a women's studies major. I took that as my minor. I completed my minor, got whatever certificate you get for completing the women's studies minor, right? But that is complete. I was the only student in the history of Whitewater to ever change their major from women's studies to another. It was liberal studies. I had like religious studies kind of like emphasis in it and stuff, but like it was liberal studies, right? Hi, True Love and Fairy Tales, but it's not all that. Say sometimes there's torture involved, but that was this time. If you want to be truly honest, it's usually most times, but that's going to stop. And they had never had a person change their major from a women's studies major to a minor. That was like a really big deal. And they're like, well, why are you changing? And it's like, it's because I really don't agree with like the second wave feminism. I think that it's not equality that they're teaching. I think that they are emasculating men and encouraging toxic masculinity for people that are already fragile because they are human beings. And sometimes cats. I'm going to, like, what I'm trying to say is that was like a really big blow to them. Well, here's my kitchen table. This is I am 100% completely myself. And I love that. Ooh, how many of these do I have left? These are what I've been using lately. They are very reasonably priced for the same effect. They have like a positive effect on me. There's Hey Hap on TikTok or whatever. They used to wash their stuff all the time. She says a life changer. Mushroom coffee is a life changer. So this is just like, it's the performance mushrooms. Do you want to see what Laura does during the day? This is what Laura does during the day. Whoa. Do you know where your friend Laura is right now? So here's that. So real quick, it is energy, focus, immune health. So it's lion's mane and cordyceps. And I thought there were some other ones in here too. There's a little bit of like oat milk in there and stuff, but I put this in there lately, like when I haven't had weed. So I'll put like 3 scoops. We're only supposed to have like I know, like, I feel really comfortable in my kitchen right now. This is not dirty, like, this is just a little cluttered and comfortably lived in. If anybody came over right now without me doing a single thing, this is like the place that I want to be right now. And I happen to live here. you see all this stuff? This is just like the way it is. Ooh, it looks kind of spooky. A little bit, but it's not like that bad. This is where I live. This is where my friends live if they want to come stay. But, oh. Yeah, obviously I've got to put some water in here. So if you want to know, like, if you ever have to don't spy on people. Don't go on their phones and, like, unless they give you permission, eventually, don't do that. Because things like this will come up where you will just, honestly see exactly who they are. You know, like, without spying on them. But we're all being spied on, so don't worry about it. I'm glad that this weed, here's my mushroom cocktail, a little bit of caffeine, 10 milligrams of caffeine. I'm used to drinking energy drinks. Something strange has happened. All of my curry is gone. It's like I got all the same ingredients that I do every week to make a big, huge one that should last me until like Wednesday. And it's all gone already. And like when I was making it, I'm like, that isn't as much curry as like I usually have. Hey. The biggest Packer fan ever, that guy right there. Anyway, here's my mushroom cocktail. So what does Laura do during the day? Laura doesn't drink alcohol during the day. Not even a little bit, not even once. Well, since, I guess, Thanksgiving of last year when I actually found a box of Mike's Hard Lemonade in my path unopened with like 2 missing, but like the rest of them were in there. And I was like thinking, oh, should I buy alcohol? There's your sign. You don't have to. Here's my cocktail, though. Here's my cocktail. Performance mushrooms. Only 10 milligrams of caffeine. Where am I? I'm on this mat. And the taurine in there. Okay, what does Laura do during the day? I'm sure you could ask several people. What are the most prominent things that Laura does during the day? I would have to say every single time I would like give thanks to like whoever is cultivating the mushrooms to make this. Oh, and also this is good. Obviously I bought at least one. Okay. What am I thinking right now? How grateful I am that I did not lose my mind, like, ever, especially at Whitewater. How grateful I am to be in a position of power. Ooh, no, that's not what I meant. A position of influence, right? I was going to do some of those cards or whatever. Ask me a couple questions or ask you, if you were here. Any of my friends, honestly. Oh, for the cards. How about one of these cards? can see it before I do. What's the most memorable historical event to you? I would honestly say the Challenger blowing up. I was in kindergarten with Mrs. Weber, and I was just in a parade the other day, a couple weeks ago, where I got to be She-Ra, and that really was awesome for me. This all comes back to the Challenger, right? Mrs. Weber was in a car. She took yoga class with me at the United Methodist Church from Jeff Wright, who wrote the book Dubuque Yoga, which a friend of mine has that now, so he's gonna have to. I have to buy another copy. He's gonna have to sign another one for me. But when the Challenger blew up, I remember Mrs. Weber called everyone around her. I was 6 years old. It was 1986 or 87. I think it was in the fall of 86. Wait, 87. I think I was 6 years old. But I remember she called everyone around, like in a circle, right? Like they used to, like in the 80s, people still used to do that. And like she sat us all down and she was like, because we were hyping it up with Weekly Reader and stuff, even if like you're in kindergarten, they were hyping it up. Oh, they're going to have the Challenger. Oh, they're going to do all that, right? It's a really big deal. Was that the one that Sally Ride was on? I know like everybody talks because like she was a female. Now, I think it was a teacher, wasn't she? Anyway, Mrs. Weber was in the back of one of these snazzy cars, right? And I was getting ready to be She-Ra, and like, but why the John Deeres, right? She looks exactly the same, if not more youthful, right? Because we took yoga together. But she has to be like a woman of particular age, right? If she was a woman of particular age when she was teaching me as a kindergartner, and she has aged backwards, honey. So yeah, she was with these cool guys. And I'm like, because I'm sure she remembers me, obviously, because we just took yoga a few years ago, from being that little girl, that She-Ra, like, that was me. Like, I'm still exactly the same. But I was like, Well, she was the one that sat all this down and was like, okay, well, this morning, the space shuttle that we were talking about in class, like, everybody died. And I remember she brought in like this picture, and it was like a blue sky, and this is still, there's still people that are obviously still alive that like were on that mission, I'm sure, or like that were working on that, or they said there was complications that they wish they would have like, listened to them about that. But she showed this picture of a cloud, and then like it was like a dove, like, oh, who's that? It was Peace. Who's at the door? Is our little guy? It's our little guy. Hey, kitty. You want Mama to come outside? So that was like the biggest deal. And then if I remember correctly, it just seemed at that time, over and over again, it seemed as though like they were having complications with their aircraft and stuff. And I think that wasn't the only one that blew up at that time. And it made me wonder why they kept like going into space. But what is awesome is what China's been doing, mining on the moon. I'm trying to remember Hydrogen 3 or something of that nature. It's on Terror Ted's Tales. They have like I have to look at how they cite their sources and some of the people that they get their videos from. It's clean energy. It is clean energy. And apparently it's abundant there. It would solve a lot of problems, and they're already doing that. So I would just like to say, what a great idea. Like, thank you, China, for beginning that. You know what I mean? We're hopeful, right? There's a big glob of mushrooms. A big glob of mushrooms. It tastes like brownie batter. Ah, man, those days. So, I'm gonna say, in your face, right? Oh man, in your face, smile in your face. No, I don't drink during the day like I used to. My favorite thing to do used to be, honestly, I'd watch Housewives and stuff for like a. I'd be so high on pills and so drunk. Uh oh, somebody needs this flea and tick again. Has it been a month, bud? It's been a month. Yeah, I'd like just I would smoke weed, but I mean I drink all day constantly and then just do like as many fucking painkillers as I could, like for years and years, like for like 15, 16 years I did that. So this had weed on it. Kitty likes it. Look at his coat, you guys. Look at his coat.